edition of the program. And don't forget the geometry of the war. It must be kept high on the agenda because it involves the majority. And those that come with equity must come with clean hands. The United Nations mission in Liberia was a United Nations peacekeeping operation established in September 2003 to monitor a ceasefire agreement in Liberia following the resignation of the President Charles Taylor and the conclusion of the Second Liberian Civil War from 1999 to 2003. At its peak, it consisted of up to 15,000 United Nations military personnel and about 1,515 police officers, along with civilian political advisors and aid workers. The United Nations mission in Liberia superseded the United Nations Observer mission in Liberia, which had been established in 1993 to support the peacekeeping efforts of Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, during the First Liberian Civil War from 1989 to 1996. 2 years of relative peace and ended with another civil war triggered by conflict between rebel groups and Charles Taylor administration. Large-scale fighting ended following the Accra Peace Agreement in August 2003, and UNMIL was subsequently formed to implement the terms of the agreement that helped establish a new transitional government. Through a unanimous resolution of the United Nations Security Council, UNSC, UNMIL was initially given a 1-year mandate that included providing security, protecting UN personnel and facilities, operating and supporting humanitarian assistance, promoting security reform, and implementing a peace process, which included elections in 2005. The mission will be regularly extended for another 15 years, during which it successfully facilitated 2 free and fair elections, maintaining peace, and helped rebuild infrastructure and political institutions, often in close cooperation with local civil society organizations. In the light of improving political and security situations, in 2015, the UN Security Council resolved to gradually wind down UNMIL in preparations for the Liberian government to take full responsibility for peace and security. By June 2016, UNMIL mandate was officially transferred to local authorities, with the force reduced to about 1,240 UN military and about 606 police personnel only in case of emergency. The peacekeeping mission formally withdrew on the 30th of March 2018. By that time, a total of 126,000 military, 16,000 police, and 23,000 civilian staff has been deployed as part of the operation. UNMIL, largely considered to have been effective, credited with restoring long-lasting democratic political stability and rule of law into Liberia, though marred by some controversies, including instances of abuse, interactional sex engaged by some peacekeepers. The mission overall results have been described as one of the United Nations' biggest achievement in history. A pleasant welcome on today. Many thanks all of you joining us on today. Today is the 2nd of May, the 2nd of June to be precise, and today the history is a regular feature on today. Today in 1941, the American professional baseball Lord Garrett, who was nicknamed the Iron Horse of his record-setting number of consecutive games played, died today at the age of 37. Today in 1946, in the aftermath of the World War II, the people of Italy passed a referendum to replace the government monarchy with a republic. In 1997, today, the 2nd of June, a jury in Denver, Colorado, found Timothy McVeigh of the militia movement guilty of murder and conspiracy in the deaths of 168 people in the 1995 Oklahoma City bombing, and he was executed in June 2001. In 2018, the guitarist Bob Dylan, American singer and songwriter, who was one of the most influential performers of the rock music early period, died today at the age of 79 in 2008 on the 2nd of June. Today, Elizabeth II, crowned queen. On today, in 1953, 27-year-old Elizabeth II, the elder daughter of King George VI, was crowned Queen of the United Kingdom at Westminster Abbey, having taken the throne upon her father's death in February 1952. Today in history. Today, Johnny Weissmuller, American swimmer and actor, born today in 1914 in the Friedhof in Romania. He died at the age of 79 on the 20th of January in 1984 into the Acapulco in Mexico in history on today. Today in history is a regular feature in our programs. So welcome, a pleasant welcome today to all of our followers. And we want you to do well. Go there on our YouTube page, Cool Channel 2, and share our video. And also go down Facebook at the search handle, just type KOOL, and you'll be live with us. Share our video to as many as possible. We encourage you that each of you share to 10 persons so that others can get the information that have been shared on this platform. And don't forget, we are also live on www.knewsonline.com, and you can follow us on the radio on 91.9 in Liberia. We value your comments. They are the building block to our modern and emerging democracy. Build us until 1:30. We open the lines. You'll be a part, and want you to please follow suit and listen carefully. Remember, with this recent issue there are mixed reactions about the Liberia Council of Churches awarding the current speaker accolade. It's good to talk about this, and they have been slammed with several criticism upon. Have the religious body, this is my first time asking this question, have our religious body helped? I'm not saying whether the Christian or Muslim or this, no, I'm asking specifically about this body since its inception upon. And when these things are happening, when they're in trouble, we even call on them. We say the Council of Churches. We call on the elders of the land. And more often, they play a very quiet role. But then when things, after all efforts, things are scattered, things are going to help to scatter level, we see them coming. Are they just there to score political goals? Sometimes issues from the executive mansion, issues from cabinet, issues from the legislature, issues from the Supreme Court and the judiciary as a whole, they are called upon. But little or nothing is done. Now, you have your say on this matter because there are several comments coming forth, but it's up to you on today. And don't forget, Liberia is set upon to be voted or not voted, and with several calls upon placing up a very important emphasis on how important it is, or it will be, for Liberia to hold a non-permanent seat at the United Nations Security Council. It's good. But sometimes we often say to you, be careful what you say. The songwriter says, be careful what you pray for. You may just get it, someone say, no, I will first, I said it for, I'm really mean that I want it. Yeah. But then you are the one who don't mean what you want, but you are the one there saying what is happening. And today is just another clear example of what I'm going to talk about. Why others are up wanting to see Liberia such a very high level, but there were some folks who said things, and now their comments in this area is raising a lot of issues. You know, let me clear. I'm going to be first to this afternoon. If you know you got no good intention for this country, just sit back, because if you are flip-flopping on your comments, today you are the one who will say this, tomorrow you are the one who will say this, and then like will not be fooled or carried away with at times what they go through. They will hear things said by people, and they will be the same group of people that go and heal somebody. Then you hear the saying, the person more than a Bible. Remember, you are talking about Liberia. I will take a break here, and why there are emphasis calling on other West African nations to see the reason that their productive counterpart Liberia, the ODS, and one of those who have played a very key role in carving peace into Africa, West Africa, South Africa, East Africa, North Africa, to hold this position up. I want you to listen to somebody. I want you to please listen. It's important. I want you to listen to this. I want you to please listen. Listen to this. Yeah, listen.
And the process must be followed. The people of Nima County have elected one of their sons, so we must respect it. And as we respect it, respect Somali's view, and the person respect your view, there will be no war in the country. No, but he has been certificated. When you are certificated, you see the code of conduct is very clear. The NOAA's inaugurated official, the code of conduct says any elected official that will receive anything more than 200 US must be declared. So he has been certificated. So he no more represented your senator now. So maybe Joseph Boakai will say, okay, I suspend all the law. Like, but you know Joseph Boakai always suspend the law. He's very reckless. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
What will be our disappointment is our Musabene doesn't need to see that. Has not increased from your side. I'm confident that mobility is going to emerge as we know. How confident are you that the number has increased? What's the current number?
Let me work with my colleague, Honorable Koluba.
You all be respect that. Not because you are forced for office.
I told you I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
When I say I'm here, I'm going to say hello.
So, Honorable, what is your own description of the trend of event at the legislature for the past 7 months now? I mean, in just 3 words, how do you describe how the legislature proceeded, what it means?
Illegally. How do we correct that? That's what we're going to stop.
And I will make my vote public to the people. My commitment is the rule of law must be respected. And now we know that the rule of law is not being respected by Mr. Boakai. That have always disrespected the law. I have come here to vote for Chairman Belete. My vote is for Musa Hassan Belete. I made that commitment and my commitment stand. I did not sleep with them to the hotel. because I'm an individual. I don't believe in you putting me in cage. That means you don't trust me. I slept to my house, left my house, got in taxi to come here. If you think sleeping to the hotel maybe not to vote for him, to hell with him. I don't have to give him my vote. I have decided to give it to him. Well, the strength will determine. The strength will look. The building is a crooked building. You will make commitment. You will make commitment. At the end of the day, when something pass behind the corner, you will change your mind.
What is that something?
Money. The building is an embarrassment. We come here today to come vote for people for money. I did not sleep in the hotel. They were paying $250 US for people to sleep in the hotel in one room. Well, our black was sleeping in the our black bossmen who are paying the money with the LeBron or this who are paying.
The LeBron people want to know.
Bossmen to sleep to Farmington and to sleep to whatever Palace hotel is very expensive. So to make me to sleep there, I mean somebody paying for me. I will not take my cash money to go sleep to Bolivar Palace Hotel. For what? Just for one night. One night. What kind of food I will eat that I can't eat or I can't eat in the market?
What will be your prediction for this?
My prediction is my team will win the election.
So what do you see the trend of event?
So you people understand now that Rachel Kun was impersonating, right? He was.
That is the question I'm asking.
He was. He was. Look, this country.
So how do you see the trend of event? We were here 7 months now on this Brickman Road. Today.
Because Joseph Walker caused it.
You think so?
He caused the country to run the way we're running. Because he facilitated. Yes. If you are going to leave the people, leave us to solve our problem, not to facilitate the people. Giving an armed men to come here and brutalize. Joseph Walker is his own problem. When I talk, sometimes people say, oh, everything is Joseph Walker. But Joseph Walker run the affairs of this country. Everything I happen to be here liable for it. He brought people here. Joseph Walker brought people here to point the capital building down.
The issue of trouble.
Bossman, Joseph Walker ordered the director of police, the justice minister, Jeremiah Kun to point the capital building down. They bring the building.
The issue of trouble.
I am saying it. They were in charge. If you employ security, I'm coming. If you employ security to mind your car, your car bust into. Who do you hold responsible for it? You're the security, right? So they were in charge. They came here and brutalized us. They came here and did a lot of things.
But it's
in the face of the police. In the face of the police, Representative Kun giving instruction to Dre Maka. Have you heard the police talking about it? Is it the kind of government we brought to chief? Well, the police there, Maka.
I explained in the center of the Speaker election, there are sources close to the president that says that Manigo men cannot become a speaker for this country at this time.
But then the people around Joseph Walker and Joseph Walker will be very irresponsible and reckless. If the Muslim people, he used Kabina Janan to look, you know why I will always vote for Chemability? The day I will not vote for you, I will tell you and say Chemability is very irresponsible and reckless. I can't vote for you. Look, I don't believe in trial politics. Some of you people, your brought Joe, we are the power, Joe, we are the government was doing something, you never spoke. You got integrated more than me. I got integrated. I brought Joseph Walker with my own money. And I've seen the lapses. And I'm discussing it. So you and myself, who should be discussing that? Look, the country need to change. The only way the country can change is when we come to power. Next year, I may declare my intention for the presidency. When we come to the power, in the presidency, to grab men like Joseph Walker and carry him right on Broad Street in a box and getting 25. I think, what did the law say? What did you do? You know, we need to stop it. We can't bring up 85-year-old man that we thought we're going to change the country. He's more reckless than any judge here.
What about
that deception?
The former speaker on school event last evening talking about lawmakers receiving 50,000 and 30,000, including some of his members, that is the minority black members, some of them. Are you aware, and if yes, did you receive some?
Well, we are aware that people are receiving our money for development in our district. I wrote lists to do some project, some work in my district. The people decided that we're not in the majority black, so we're not getting it. I don't care. My job is not to do projects.
Is it a majority black project? Is it a majority black money or is the national?
But they are using it now to give them money to go and vote for Rachel.
Are you being intimidated by that?
I can never. The only way I'm scared of God. I know I will die. The only person that will be afraid is the only person that know that they will not die.
Oh no, you just called about cutting his trade short just to come for this kind of activities. And today we are here. Where do you stand?
So if I'm not going to come here, the government give me money now. Why they can? You see, some of you generally too can be very irresponsible.
You have to take it back.
Okay, I'll take it back. All right, I'll take it back. I'll take it. But the war going on, I take it back.
You take it back. The matter of fact, you have taken it back.
Yeah, I take it
Where
back.
do you stand?
You see, if I were going to stay, the interpretation of them are going to be different. They were going to say, oh, my man, the man still gave money. I can't give, and I sleep the hotel. Suppose say, oh, the poor gave money, so he not come to the hotel. I'm now chicken to be placed in a cage.
And I pray the government be a one-time government because you're having an ambition. Then you come back, you say, and me, I'm telling you, and all I bring, listen, be careful what you say. Liberia is for all. I'm being serious about this. Liberia is for all. And if today we want to destroy Liberia without comments, and because somebody is in position, tomorrow when we are in the position, will we want to still protect the same country? Just in a few days, you're in the news and you say, oh, you ask the government, the foreign minister, this heightened of this thing, talk to our phone. Tomorrow's the election. We know that what kind of campaign you're running on the cover. We don't know because we've been confused now when this alleged statement comes out. Allegedly now. This is so serious for this country. And you know, Liberia, what we have got to understand is that it is because the way we Liberian, even those on the community level, those from the district level, from the county level, some of their statements doesn't represent them. Go to the house. Those very people that were there fighting for the representative position, they said to people, vote me. But today their action is different. Then you're looking at our people today, and everybody seated and looking at issues like nobody knows what's going on. You got one man who now said that he was not duly or legitimate in the position, accepting the code with him because he won't be speaker now. He has said that he was not in the position. So all the year he's in the position, what are you paying for that? But you should just someone salt and now put into a position and say you now the rebel person, but you are there masquerading in the corridor that you are legitimate. Nobody's to be here. You were masquerading the corridor yesterday. You said you were the speaker. Now you are now, you come and say, well, they are back. So who pays for the time you are there and not being a speaker? As when you talk, so you just blind our eye, you raise everything, before March we move ahead with things. Let's be realistic here. Let's be realistic. Our leaders, their actions don't match their words. They are telling us, do what I say, but don't do what I do. And it's good I've never seen it. Yet tomorrow, the people, sound people who concern about citizens in the country, people who have the value for the rule of law, people who are fighting corruption, people who are making sure that the ills in society are being fought to the end, despite all the challenges, they are the ones going to stand behind us tomorrow and say, yes, let that brought be because we know. But what about the citizen? I read something that former foreign minister Master Sakibia is a national Liberia that the Liberian president has been an advocate of this thing, and he stands prepared and he supports Liberia non-permanent bid at the level while others were saying, hey, we never heard you say or publicly all that. You see where we are? You see? But when we said this thing, folks were saying, hey, you didn't want to talk to the man. You didn't want to talk to the former president. But he was the one who started this thing here. So we're saying, hey, now, you should not be. You should not support. You should sit by and support it. So are you one of those workers that they shouldn't work because it's not you who put in it? And I said, this is about Liberia. And today, Master Kimia is protecting this thing. He said, yeah, the former president had always been. He said this thing is a very serious matter and Liberia. You know, when he was interviewing one of our sister radio stations, he said President Weah has been a long time advocate for a Liberia bid and has recently made his endorsement public. Where do you know? The last time I wanted to first say, where the former President Weah made his endorsement public? Where is it? And Master Kimia is saying, Ambassador, the former Minister of Foreign Affairs, is saying that the former president has made this public. Let's be clear, man. Remember now is the senior advisor and chief envoy to former President Weah. He said they have been actively engaging with other African leaders to rally support for a Liberia campaign. And the initiative pursued a Security Council seat at the United Nations began doing Weah. So because it began doing former President Weah administration, now he has come that he's not in power again. Somebody there, he sit back. This former president should have a lead campaign. Imagine you say you know what initiated this, almost like that former president Ellie, because she's more involved with this person than you. So the man is sitting, the former president is sitting quietly. The president who had a level of the ECOWAS parliament saying allegedly that he wanted the government to succeed. He said no, he only wanted the government wanting the president. He is now asking the president that please make sure that let it be stopped. We know, hey man, yeah, like we know what's happening, what he's saying behind there. Because, and I'm saying this to the larger populace of the country, please, let us be careful. Let us be very mindful. What we say, this country doesn't belong to any one person. But if you feel and think that God has blessed you, you are in a way to certain position so you can use your influence to blackmail or darken the minds of other people to see that nothing good will come from this country here, you're making a very mistake. On a serious note. But with the records of others that have won Security Council bid, I'm with so much confusion about make it. Yeah. I'm optimistic about make it. Other countries have won with less of around about 182 votes. We can get it. We can get it. We can make it. But this should be a collective effort. This should not be a singular effort. This, Liberia, matters more. And these are issues. Foreign Minister Sarah Besloyanti is moving from one end to another. And she has said there's a transformative potential for a successful campaign. And that Liberia giving a seat who plays Liberia among a selected group of 15 countries that will be responsible in determining the course of global peace and security. Why are others not seeing this issue? Why are others not seeing it? Sometimes I get so from a God state in my spirit that sometimes a national call, and you see folks bewildering, folks battling, folks are very quiet, they get cold, they turn their back, they are no longer active. But when it is a personal thing, you see them being rejuvenated on personal issues that only benefit them and their families and the very few around them. But when it comes to issues that will benefit Liberia, it's not. This is so serious. And tomorrow will be a very painful moment for Liberia. There will be a tear tomorrow. And there will be two things you will see. Tears of joy, or on the other end, tears of regret. Because others will regret why, when this campaign was on, they never supported. Because their voice, or their voices were needed at a moment, but they sat back. And others will cry because seeing Liberia again after several decades, since 1961, Liberia now coming back among the Commonwealth of Nations to say, yes, we have now gravitated to a position we are no longer seeing in a war-torn country. But we are now a developing country because we are helping others to develop. And while we are doing it, we will then help ourselves. But I'm optimistic we will be successful tomorrow. I'm going to take a break here. And I want to listen to Senator Snow here. I want to listen to him. Listen to him.
Cool. I won't play when I have copyright.
And we getting on that together upon for you today. It's important that you listen to this. When I come back, we go to the Liberia Council of Churches and let's talk about this. Where are our priorities? Where are the issues that we want? What are those that matter to us as a people? Are we on the national journey, or we are divided on the singular journey to be one on their own, only because of their family and few people who believe in them, but not for the generation and not for the masses? We'll take a short break. We say good morning, good evening, and a pleasant welcome here today on this edition of the program. And let me just say to the Liberia National Police, the former Solicitor General, Councillor Shima Sharina Sifos, was found. Yeah, listen to him. So he doesn't do better than Scoot.
I think he will do better.
I think he doesn't, so we can move him from power.
What do you think is the problem? What do you think is the
I
problem?
actually want him to be a one-time president, so he doesn't do better than Scoot. So he doesn't do better than Scoot.
I think he will do better.
I think he doesn't, so we can move him from power.
What do you think is the problem? What do you think is the
I
problem?
actually want him to be a one-time president, so he doesn't do better than Scoot. So he doesn't do better than Scoot.
I think he will do better.
I think he doesn't, so we can move him from power.
What do you think is the problem? What do you think is the
I
problem?
actually want him to be a one-time president, so he doesn't do better than Scoot.
Apostle Bishop James Wakome from the Christ Liberation Center, Ominga. With the topic as you just asked me from this topic, I want you to just understand that the Council of Churches were in error. 100% error. How can we call ourselves people of God, especially whistleblowers in the nation, when we have almost 6-7 months crisis in the House, and the Senate, the representatives, the Church of Liberia were not understanding one another. The church did not go into it to bring peace, but now that peace came among the people because of what God had decided to do. And they take side to take one person or even the both of them to honor them. It was an error. The church should be neutral. That's how it should be like.
In everything.
In everything.
So the Council of Churches it was in error to...
They were in error to do that. That's why I heard that even the former speaker rejected the honor. He said he was not going to go there. And he was right. Why were they sitting on the fence when the crises were going on? And in fact, the church, when we are talking about neutrality, we are talking about not entering into politics, but stay to their spiritual fence or their defense in order to bring peace into the nation.
So now, as an apostle in the land, what do you think the Council of Churches was to do?
The church was to bring the two speakers together to make peace between them, even though they went through their house.
So the Liberal Council of Churches, they say all of them, I don't know why all of you go, because they are coming from other institutions, other churches, and who observe the impasse. So when the Supreme Court said ultra viral, and the post said about make somebody speaker, they tell what he said. What kind of example I said? And that's the reason why you saw one end, the likes of former speaker, who himself, some like Brian had an issue with him, why he waited long, and they are even accusing him allegedly of or some sort of diddy that went on before he accepted this thing. But it's up to him. I had a cup of tea to drink. And we are now seeing the Liberal Council of Churches that the Liberal Council of Churches now bestowing
or representative voting time or
they have now conferred an honor giving an award to the former speaker. So nobody in the country saw what happened. Nobody is concerned about accountability. It's just what comes to my mind. What happened with Thomas Kruger Ward at the level of the LEC? He got there without doing nothing. When the former CEO, head of LEC at the time, put measures in place and said they should be very careful. There are storage of food and all that to keep generator running. And just in no distance, when they came, we saw power sharing, current started going down. All sorts of things are happening. Someone who stayed long in the system, but they were warning him to appreciate him. And they were causing that he must get that certificate back. Not only again, he must give it back. Because what has he done? And today, with the new acting board of LEC, people are now praising and say, yeah, LEC is now gradually setting still. The hours that were given for power sharing is no longer, it has increased. Even some communities are now saying we can see weeks with no power going off. I'm just trying to bring your attention to something. Now we see the Liberia Council of Churches have gone. Where is the moral standing of the Liberia Christian body? And I will say this, it was a clear deception for a lot of our folks that they carried this country in a useless period, that we were hurt. We are hurt. There were a lot of losses. You remember from October, November, December, when this thing thought that we settled down, we made our way. More than 6 months. Imagine this. And just within a week period, when they informed my brother that in March they will come back with a second sitting and all that, they will sit down and talk all of the issues and just to take it back, remember when the court was to give this ruling upon, it was around the 9-10 of April. And they said no, the president stepped in and said that was the 23rd, because chronologically watching up, the election, the by-election in Nimba County was the 22nd. 23rd is someone came with the ruling. They all now came to the assumption and said, yeah, we'll do the thing. Uzziah Yenze will agree to resign. Uzziah Yenze, I will agree to let me re-election. Let there be an election, because for the Supreme Court ruling, there was no election held, because all of those were on constitutional breach. Nobody see what happened. And one group that you see what has happened is really the church. That body. To say, you as an honorable man, why you took us during this useless and nonsense period? You knew that you were not speaker. Because soon Fanani Nkrumah resigned, we saw no resistance. That yes, sir, Fanani Nkrumah resigned. Those in the media and point was even asking, why if this man, the day Fanani will resign and say officially I resign, and since the Supreme Court have given this, Liberia were thinking whether there was still resistance from the level of the Kucheku, because he had purported over all the months that he is the speaker.
To unite them in the house.
And signing document, he signed as a speaker.
Because this government,
he even said at one occasion that it's good our regime speaker for him to play, where we have to use the part of the government to say true. And that he was even giving some developments, some improvement that led to he being a regime speaker has come. Things that was taught in the system has now passed through
in the nation.
Like a traditional block.
When they see the crisis
he said
in the nation, they need.
For so Fanani Nkrumah resign, he's there willing to contest for the speakership.
They have not even been able to unite
again,
the church of Nigeria. How much more about the politicians?
Massively.
So let them come down to the grassroots churches. Yeah. Let him be able to.
I understand this thing, and nobody want to say we were done say it. They were hearing that the
for unity.
The Liberia Council of Churches have gone there to award this man. So they are telling me the truth. So the time when you were acting as speaker, nobody put you there. You forced yourself to act as speaker. You were right? You were good leader, right? You know, sometimes the likes of former Foreign Minister Urubanki King Akureli. You know, she's been one of the persons I really admire the days of former President Ali Jonas Salif and the several positions upon in this country. But sometimes, when she has a dissenting view in the programs, you will see it from action. She even want to get on the podium to vent her anger at that moment. And I like her for that, her warrior spirit. She was one person that said, no, this is wrong. This is wrong. I even told my folks to check in. I'm going to find a video and put it up. She said it's wrong. Why? Why should this nobody be the one? It's like being a, what they call the people then, what they say they go down, intellectual class of pins, yeah. Or the first one is just University of Liberia soup. Yeah, you know, they will say, yeah, but they always look at it, but they are not the one. But a noble party. Is this how the church should go? Is this what has happened? So they are legitimizing the process I went through. And they stand. Imagine the main one, even seeing rule of law, right after the main speaker, after the election, when he won most ability, he was then wearing the law is the law. Rule of law t-shirt. What's the mockery for? Where? Has the House of Legislature, especially our lower house, have they done anything good for this country that we can recount more than their evil and their devilish behavior and their bad? Those who represent our various districts? Have they? Are they not the cause of the Liberian poor suffering? Are they not the cause of Liberian poor down to them, which we are worried about come from there? What kind of country is this? So, if Liberia will get better, I'm going to ask this question to the Liberian people. Which sector are we going to turn to help us through? When the religious people are the ones going this way, even they are seriously divided. They are seriously divided. They are. I will listen to something here. Listen to this. No, I hope to get the right one. I hope to get it right. They are still divided, and there are issues with them that a lot of them don't concord or agree with this process. I'm talking about a religious bloc. Why should we? Why are we like a moving vehicle with a drunk driver that don't know his way, and we are just taking road, and so on the roads we are taking, we are told that we are on the wrong road, we have to come on the right road. This country, Liberia, we have to be. There's a serious need. And like I said, let me speak to the conscience of this country. If the conscience of Liberia is not built, Liberians as a whole, we are going. Let me reiterate. And this is a resounding call. I'm proud to say this from Dr. Lawrence Covenant Butler. Changing mind, changing attitude. When the children get it, they say, oh, Papa will let you, oh, Papa will let you. We don't think there should be institutions of high value should be doing the same. And it's all because our mind, our conscience is not built to accept in this country. So because of that, our actions will always be counterproductive. Who will now tell a young people wrong? We got corruption as a bound. Is the church prepared to say the wrong and the right that can help its members? Or is the church prepared to say what the members want here? Because if you tell one member that he's a government official, his wrongdoing, that you work for the church, like what our Dratonsis orator Niji Pillay said, when that caused the United States ambassador, the church felt the time to walk out the gathering, then they're not church, or the service not good. But here we are. But I live with you. Yesterday you were in the churches. You were in the mosques. Whether you are Baha'i, you are Shinto, you are Taoist, you will never die. Where you from? You are Pentecostal, a Presbyterian, or Methodist. You there. Does the action of your leader at the time, where they offer honor to the speaker and say, yeah, you the man, you made it. You really set a good example for us. And we, the church, we are proud to honor you. And I heard it's one of the issues that my good friend, Representative Tim Scollett from Bond County, who was down the chair on Rule Order Administration, he said, I didn't want to call the people, so the people came to them, honor them, so they had to receive it. I just paraphrasing what he said, but allegedly. So it's an issue. But this is where we have come. Where are the morals? When injustice, laissez-faire attitude, no morals, no conscience, our people decide to do it, I put any kind of way. You say they put a higher plane for the president travel, they put in an airline or a plane more than a 3 decades and a half. The young people are on the street. Government has given resources to institutions to work in the interest of the people. But they are corruption all over. Who they all speak? Which institution are we going to turn to? When the GSC conducting the other is the GSC witch hunting. When the LSCC inviting people to say LSCC now, the government using LSCC for certain kind of issues. Where is the mutual body that going to help us? Oh Jesus, yeah. Oh. Let me say thanks to those on my line. I'm going to go on the line right about now. You have your day. You were in church yesterday. Whether your institution support this thinking, we up. And like I said to you, please, those of you online, please share the video with others so that they get to follow what's going on for Africa. Remember, tomorrow is the election on the 3rd. And just imagine tomorrow too, we expect it. We get information and we hope that it will be authentic. That the Labour Minister, Councillor Kobor Christ, is expected to appear tomorrow to bring the document that they were asking for. That day, we're still following whether it will be changed, but we're still looking up to that. It will be on the 3rd, it will be tomorrow. Councillor Kobor Christ, information we're getting on the corners that he should appear tomorrow. So when I go there tomorrow and say, he understand what the lawmaker said. Then I will support the lawmaker. I can go solve issues and spend 72 hours there. Yeah. Then me that he won't play for us. Because when I'm telling you people you get jobs to work permit, it's 6,000 plus ECOWAS members, state non-ECOWAS members, all that, all of this is explaining. It should be undocumented, people read it. And you say that you went to assistant, the assistant you saw there. So you go anywhere, you see bad thing, you do a bad thing too, because I want to see. No problem. But we're waiting to hear what will happen tomorrow at the level there, and we want to see. We're speaking with our legislative reporter there and see whether that date will be set or will be changed to another later date. We'll inform you upon. Andrew Bangayu Fire said, "Good afternoon, Mr. VAR. Following live for Central Monrovia. Thank you, Andrew. And I ask you please share the video to others." Ja Baron Pele Tubles. He said, "Good afternoon, Mr. VAR. Please play the recording Snow said he want this government to fail." Okay, yeah. That's strange conversation down there. It's all over the radio. Since last week we played that over and over. But I'll play the one he said from ECOWAS, and I play that you heard it. And I'm Daniel F. Tamba from Dubo Road, Waterside. Thanks for the great topic this afternoon. And Superboy Andrew Buku said share the video. Willie Gray says, "Good afternoon, Nat. I'm following live from my pro-pool corner. in Mount Barkley. Thank you. Michelle Ikanga, thanks for the update. I'm Michelle Ikanga, FDA Bernard's Farm. And Ambassador Pee Wee Kennedy, so good afternoon, prayer line, following closely. Good afternoon, watching live on Peaceful Community Park Island. Thanks for the update. Thank you. There's a Parisa for Kelly. Thanks for always joining. James K. Fowler, Mount Barkley, said my name. Yaya Dunzo, he said, Real Light Community. He said, hey, man, why is I can't read it? I can't read it. I can't read it. I can't read it. Yeah, I can't read it. I'm speaking to honorable man. What are his behavior or anything like that? But yeah, let me just leave it at that. I can't read yours, to be frank with you. And Aaron SK Kai is on with us. Thank you, Aaron, for joining us. Othello Grispe. So good afternoon, Nat. Good afternoon, Jesse Road. And Ibrahim Yuma said, J. Nathaniel Va. I'm Ibrahim Yuma watching from Bernard's Farm, Town Junction, Free Brother, Black Factory. And thanks for the show. Thank you, AB. Ezekiel Kamara, he said, Yeke, you need to close. Okay, I can't speak to that. Mohammed Keita said, I'm watching you from Rock Mines, from how Rock Mines, Makibi County. Thank you. And Wonder Boy Ifala Bondo said, Ambassador Va, good afternoon, friend almost all county. Yeah, done so realized. Johnson Dwana said, Bernard's Farm, I'm following you. And Samuel Harry Jr., thanks for joining us today. And Augustine Kekula and Patrick Clyde said, where this place? Yeah, I should have been mine. I don't want to find the video I was playing. Edwin Sun said, national pointing, you know, you can see me. Okay, I can't see you anyway, but let's do that. We're going to go to the lines to talk to you. Thanks to all of you for joining us. And we said, please share the video and invite others to join the live. But this is where we are. Liberia stands tomorrow, and I hope, you know, I do not think we win tomorrow. Everybody was all was supporting the thing here. Okay. Mark Bidel Flomo, thank you, Mark. You just joined me. Thanks for your viewership. We invite you to share the video and allow others to watch live on this program. Okay, let's go to the line 0775 919 919 080 919 919. The Council of Churches has said the word of honor upon, and a lot of issues now being slammed for honoring controversial speaker. Yeah, I can see Jane Kuleya holding the honor certificate given. And the Liberia Council of Churches slam of honoring controversial speaker. The critics have accused the one religious body of legitimizing political illegitimacy and rewarding impunity from the heart of the church to the chimo of civil society voice across Liberia. Say the LCC has not only betrayed its prophetic, but has also eroded itself of its moral authority. And yeah, you know, yeah, but that's it. Let's go to the lines. Let's go to the lines and talk to you. What do you make of this? Say, let's talk about good afternoon. We'll talk to you. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm Deacon Moses B. calling from the Watchtower.
Deacon, do you support? Are you standing with the Liberia Council of Churches this time around?
But you see, the Liberia Council of Churches have brought the Christian party to public gratitude. The Council of Churches should serve as a guardian. The Council of Churches should be able to correct mistakes within the country. Whenever the country has been crisis, we use the Council of Churches to guard the process. But today, Bishop Reeves, with Joshua Togo, they want to ride the Nigeria card, they want to get the legal phone. So Victor Cohen was using an illegal budget. So you have a lot of free money disobedient to the gods to honor you. Look, for my church, we distance ourselves from what the LCC did. Now, I don't know where, at that time you were very small. You saw the great Bishop Brown, in the time of a military junta. They stood at the LCC. The Bishop Magna Francis, Charles Taylor, he spoke like a religion leader. But today, to my ultimate surprise, for the LCC, my brother, for we the Christians, and those who have not believed in Jesus Christ, I can move them over. There's such a thing going on, and they are monitoring it. The local government who have the country on a hostage receive an illegal budget. Then for the church to honor such a man about. I think the church being able, because I tell you, as I'm speaking now, the heart is suddenly divided. Why the church did not play the role? Why the church will losing its moral value? The church will call the heart members together and settle that dispute. So that it's only for men where I go to our heart.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Okay. Yeah, the CD. Well, the check now for the men to say at the time it is someone say, and not speak out. Someone for them may say me speak out. Mohit wo. But the CD for the people resign. That CD he say yeah, I resign to. I contesting. Why? Why be so beautiful power? Good afternoon. Go ahead. That what? Yeah.
And they can't say it's friends. They got a couple of them, they want to live and all that. They were not moving 3% once they did whatever it was. So it's better the fact that people bring under mind than to find or help major practice so that you can see the technology up and down.
You're welcome, Mr. Scott. Let me talk to another caller here. Speak this afternoon about issues at the library. But don't forget, tomorrow will be the center of attraction, the center of major discussion across Africa, obeyed to hold a non-permanent seat at the United Nations Security Council. Good afternoon. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you so much for the program. I think the Liberian Council of Churches are now telling their integrity, which people look at them as good institutions. I think we very seldom read at the moment there, very seldom read man as vice president on a museum. And it is alleged that Sigoko is a member of the Baptist Church, the Popular Baptist Church, for which Samuel read pastor. So I don't think it will be good to speak.
And the more disgraceful thing they gave it to Richard Kumu speaker, he accepted it. Former speaker said, no, I don't want nothing. They will not give it to me. I think this is why it's okay me because they want to be not talking nothing. I don't want this honor. I don't want it. I never fought for this kind of honor. It's a disgrace. You're welcome. Good afternoon. Yeah, go ahead, Samuel.
Thank you so much for the recognition. So, I'm from Prophet District 17. Let me say good afternoon to the international person for a See, let me call on every Liberian again to support our great non-vulnerability at the United Nations. This will bring value to us, it will bring our recognition, and I think it will bring all the opportunity to speak to international issue or world affairs when it comes to security across the world. So I'm calling on everyone, whether you're in Liberia or not, you should support our bid morally, financially, whatsoever media capacity. You call on Liberian or whosoever who has the right to vote for Liberia. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Samuel. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Jones came when they called it for every house this afternoon. Good afternoon to the audience.
John, go ahead.
So let me just start by saying the church should serve as a beacon of hope, truth, and justice. When you are broken on churches has failed morally. And let me just say victory for the Bible. Victory against what's good. What Jesus Christ said, many will come money, but the full you should do it. He has exposed members of the Liberian Council of Churches, including Bishop Vida. So they are all fake people, they are all the devil. They are just under the canopy of the Holy Bible, but they are there to render the Bible irrelevant. For victory against what's good to the Holy Bible, Jesus Christ has prevailed victory wants to have a good day.
Thank you, Jones. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Dad.
Good afternoon.
Philip Thomas from Abokawa. Yeah, it's a total disgrace for the land to see Council of Churches bringing disgrace to Christendom in Liberia. But God will pay them. Not this day, God will pay them. Let me go to you. End of the year, it was the Council of Churches, there was no honor for the key. The honor Sammy Johnson, the honor the record back. Because guys, they are here in order to preach against evil, they are embracing evil. Hello?
Yeah, you live. Go ahead.
Yeah. Instead of them to go against evil and they are embracing evil.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon.
So thank you, now. This is the voice of Prince School again. So I think the bit that Liberia is vying for is very essential. The last time I read about the non-permanent seat of the United Nations Act, I was told that if you are fortunate to have won that seat, you will have a networking opportunity and you will have the opportunity of meeting influential leaders. So this is why all of us have added our voice to many voices to call for that support. With the issue of Bishop Reed, I'm told that he's working on the Grand Bassa Community College board. So you see, the thing about our fleshly men, if you are pastor, I don't think you need to be a politician. So they have carried out political aspect within that organization, and the organization is dying gradually. I can recall during the regime of President Weah, when Bishop Isaac Winger told the opposition community because of that Johnson protest that in fact he was cursing the opposition community that we will not make it in as much as we have issue against the regime. So Unity Party and CDC, you taking the Christianity into politics? We are saying no. It's a very shame, and he has brought the identical institution to public disrepute. I'm told that there will be a press conference today by majority leader of their organization, and they will come up.
Then what was going on when the council of churches that we should see to be a one party divided at the kind of level? We see reaction, kind of reaction, all that. Then what we going?
They are even saying that your time has elapsed.
Okay, thank you. Let me talk to another caller, Prince Colacare. You're welcome. Go ahead, Tommy. Tommy, go ahead.
Thank you so much for all the topics discussed this afternoon. But my focus is on our election tomorrow, and I know that God is going to win, and we are going to do it tomorrow. As regard to Eddie Snow, believe it, again, if you want to get there, you need to only be. Where are you being? That could take the election, you come to say, the government for how you work for other people. That is being away. He went on the airport parliament. He will be there to everyone like you. They get some of the work away. But thank you for this afternoon.
So you know that it's a clear indication that you are not working, so now it tells you we get a few more days, so Yeah. Even though you're not working, you're also counterproductive to the entire process. You're not saying,
even though
Prime Minister, Mr. President, you'll go wide
we are
and
not
go.
disputing our fight,
Oh
but let
me take
us
my-
walk.
Yeah, good afternoon.
That Christ will be seen in the nation.
Yeah.
That should be
Go
the
ahead.
work, and not to fight for position or to go and honor politicians, which they are on their own selfish gain.
What's the name again, sir?
I'm Apostle Bishop James Wakome from the Christ Liberation Center, founder and overseer by the grace of God. Thank you very much. God bless.
Why would you say the same Liberian or Liberia giving the platform? You say it's fake. That's a serious conversation that brought in witchcraft. Everybody in the country, which is Honorable Slow, I'm talking to Honorable Slow, that brought the every school from Omikandi. That brought the witchcraft in everyone. Then he come by and he saw again that I wish Liberia were in that non-permanency in the Security Council. How can that be? How can we consider you? How can we understand you? Meaning, you need people, you get back and forth, get a rainbow, you don't have one color. So, meaning, we don't even know what your standpoint in this country. On a serious note, but I agree with the platform and other things, no. On a serious note, Honorable Slow, it's a serious embarrassment to the country, to the development of this country. Honorable Slow is one of the embarrassment. Whether before I got it now, we go to the council of church, the religious people of this us. We expect them, both the Muslim council and the religious council, the council of churches, need to solve problem instead of creating problem. They have taken that to be serious politician because everybody wants to be also kind of home, and the people, and the RIA, and the MDRC, so everybody wants to be your home because they want something. When you think you live in church, you live the laws, then you go to kind of home. When you're independent, you have no independent, you have no moral, your moral that is political moral.
Okay.
Inspiring, entertaining, medical, educative, fascinating, program, the heat. No.
Okay, we got to go. Thanks for joining us on today. Thanks to all of you who commented on our page, who watched. We say thank you. Those of you on our YouTube page, we say thank you. Those of you on 91.9, we say thank you. Those of you who play the silent role, we say thank you. Those of you who call, welcome to a new week and a new month, the second day of June. And those of you who listen on www.knonline.com, we say thank you so much. Let's carry on this week, and tomorrow we say success and bravo to Liberia. Tomorrow again, after so many decades, after 1961, we will be victorious to sit at the non-permanent seat of the United Nations Security Council. And thanks to our predecessors who were there, we say thank you so much. This time around, we will make it. Tomorrow, we'll tell it. It's been so great to Nicholas Barkley, and I'm the ambassador. Just call me the ambassador. Until tomorrow, have a God bless day. Until tomorrow. Good afternoon.
When I talk to people, say, everything is Joseph Boakai. But Joseph Boakai run the affairs of this country. Everything that happened will be here liable for it. He brought people here. Joseph Boakai brought people here to point the capital building down.
The issue of trouble.
Bossman, Joseph Boakai ordered the director of police, the justice minister, Jeremiah Kun, to point the capital building down. They bring the building.
The issue of
I am saying it. They were in charge. If you employ security, I'm coming. If you employ security to mine your car, your car is bust into. Who do you hold responsible for it? You're the security, right? So they were in charge. They came here and brutalized us. They came here and did a lot of things.
But
in the face of the police. In the face of the police, Representative Kun giving instruction to drive my car. Have you heard the police talking about it? Is it the kind of government we brought to chief?
Where is the car?
Where the police there got my car?
I explained in the center of the speaker election, there are sources close to the president that says that Manigo men cannot become a speaker for this country at this time.